here today, folks, with Nick from Harvest Profit.
Hey.
How you doing today, Nick?
Right.
Doing good? Good
Yep.
deal, good deal. We're here today to basically find out what your story is. What has your journey been for your, for the startup for Harvest Profit? What has that journey been like is what we would like to find out. I'll start off by asking you, what is your company?
So Harvest Profit, our mission is to help farmers make more profit-focused farm business decisions, and we do that via a suite of farm management software tools that we've built.
Okay, all right. At this time right now, who do you offer and who do you offer to?
So we offer it primarily to row crop and small grain farmers. So most of our clients raise corn, soybeans, wheat, and a variety of specialty crops. So
Okay.
currently we have customers in 29 states and provinces, so
Nice.
covering a big chunk of the United States and the Canadian prairies.
Okay. This is the question that we kind of been asking quite a few businesses, and for some reason the first three had it perfectly put together. Validating the business idea. What did you do to validate the business idea, or did you just jump out there and say, this idea's been working, I'm gonna put some money into it and just go with it?
So this idea was spawned from consulting work that I've done. I've worked for 30 or 35 farms the last 7 years, and during my time in my consulting role, I saw there was a real lack of tools centered around the business of farming.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started with an idea to build a tool that I thought was needed in the marketplace, and worst case scenario, I could just use it for myself.
Yep.
But I found a need. Farmers, there are plenty of farmers out there who necessarily didn't need the consulting work, but enjoy tools and realize that there's a ton of tools built to help them on the science, the agronomy side of farming, but there is a little bit of a void in the marketplace on the business side of farming. So that's what we've really tried to laser focus on, is helping farmers really manage, track, improve their profitability over time.
So pretty much, you'd have to say if consulting farmers is literally the best thing you could have done to validate it, because you're literally talking to the farmer, asking them what they want, asking them what they need to actually put the product together. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Just seeing what tools are out there, where there's a void, and building a tool that we thought could, fit that void. And then eventually we had to, monetize that, and it came time to, we built an MVP, a minimum viable product, and kind of threw that out to the wolves and asked some farmers we knew if they were interested in purchasing it, and we got some traction, and we just kept, once we were able to validate that this product could generate revenue, then we've just spent the last year iterating and always improving. And with a SaaS business model like we have, that's our value proposition to our users, is continual improvement. So that's what we're doing right now.
Okay. Why is now the time for your business to exist? Big question.
Yeah. So
this could happen 5 years ago, 10 years from now. Why is right now the time?
So the modern web-based software development tools have really reached a point where a small team can iterate on a product pretty fast, and we have the ability through our initial work with Codilation and continued work with Codilation and bringing some of that work in-house. We can iterate very quickly based on user feedback, given the web-based software that we're using. And in the past, desktop software just couldn't iterate as quickly as what was needed in the marketplace.
Okay. Tell us about your first paying customer. That first person that wasn't your family or your friend that says, I'm going to actually give you money for your product.
So my first paying customer was a farmer who I've never met. We communicated a little bit on Twitter, and I finally just said to him, here's try out a demo of our product, and essentially just we had some back and forth, and pretty much just told him, buy it, I think you'll like it. He tried a demo, he agreed. I agreed to give him I think 3 months for free if he was willing to buy it, but essentially just started with a handful of people that I had developed relationships, and surprisingly enough, they all came from Twitter. So,
Which is weird because here the farmers are on Twitter. I mean, that, to me, that's something that I wouldn't even think. Because when I grew up, a farmer, anything technology-wise was get out of my face. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. So the fact that they're on Twitter, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. And so what I've really found is if you can provide valuable insights and build up trust, whether it's via social media, obviously in person works better, or through email marketing, videos like we're doing now. It's a great way to basically to build up trust in the marketplace, and eventually you can monetize that if you're continue to produce value.
Agreed. If you weren't doing this startup right now, what would you be doing?
I would probably be continuing doing I'm still doing the consulting, and I will be for the foreseeable future. And then I also have a passion for real estate investing. So I realize that myself personally, you can be good at a lot of things, but you can only be great at a few things. So I've pushed that real estate passion off into the future a little bit.
Okay. And it's one of those things we can always come back to, right?
Yeah.
Real estate will be around forever. We've already asked this question. You've already gotten traction. But what has been the nerve-wracking and exciting thing about the traction to date that you've gotten?
So the nerve-wracking, exciting, I wouldn't say, exciting is a loose term for it, but getting to the point where, all right, I funded this business out of my own pocket. It needs to be self-sustaining, and essentially just kind of pushing on the gas pedal of the marketing a little bit, and being a little bit more aggressive with, in my specific case, some email marketing on, all right, this business needs to start generating revenue. It needs to become a real self-supporting business, and that was a little bit nerve-wracking and exciting to see the business reach a point of sustainability.
Okay. What do you love about your team, your partners? Now you kind of have a team. So I mean, what do you love about your team, your partners? And why are you guys the one to solve this problem right now?
My partner on the soft side of the business, Jared, he comes from a crop insurance background, familiarity with precision ag systems, and really just a thirst for knowledge. And that's really what I think I've possessed over time, is just a thirst for knowledge via online research courses and just trying to learn and implement best practices. And I think that's what Jared is great at working on. Alex, our intern, who's here in the office today, he's done a great job of helping us kind of spread the word on marketing and doing some research, and really just have a thirst for knowledge and intellectual curiosity and an open-minded approach to helping farmers make objective, unemotional decisions that is very hard to do, given that they're facing all sorts of commodity volatility, weather uncertainty. And so just listening to the marketplace, building reasonably priced tools to help them track their profitability throughout the busy times of the year for them. So we're very attuned. We know the market. We're good on the technology side, but at the same time, we also come from, we live, work, and play in farming country. Versus some other businesses that come from other parts of the country that aren't really tied to agriculture like we are here in Fargo.
I'd have to agree with that. How do you measure success? What are the metrics that you use to measure the success?
So success for us is building a product that our customers will use. Their usage validates that we're building a product that is valuable to them, and that is really the metric that we're focused on improving going forward. Is if they're using the product, that is really the vote of confidence that matters.
It's one of those things where when I ask people that question, I say, what are the metrics? And most people are saying it's that customer. As long as my customers are happy, they're still using my product and they're spreading the word about it, we continue to grow. We're going to measure our success like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's not really based on. I haven't had anybody say, "Oh, it's based on the fact that we're making $100,000 a year."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're actually talking about the customer, which I
Yep.
definitely like.
If you can hit the nail on the head with that metric, everything else will fall into
place.
line. Yep.
Funding. You know, were you able to find funding in North Dakota? And if you were, you know, who helped you get that funding in North Dakota?
So initial funding came personally,
Mm-hmm.
in combination with a grant from the Innovate North Dakota program.
Okay.
Then I got a small APUC grant, which is the Agricultural Products Utilization Commission. That's from the state of North Dakota.
Okay.
So, all in all, that was $45,000 of funding via those two programs,
Nice.
along with, a similar amount personally.
Yep.
And that has really gotten to where we're at today. You know, looking at different programs from the state of North Dakota,
Mm-hmm.
the Bank of North Dakota,
Mm-hmm.
I think could fit into this business. And then really the not being afraid to ask our customers to pay for our product.
Yep.
And they've frankly been the primary source of funding for the business.
Okay. Which is rare because when people nowadays are giving everything away free. Free. It seems like, you know, just to get people to use it, try it out, things like that. But you can get someone to actually pay for the product. I mean, that's where it's really at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are certain software products that, you know, can benefit from a freemium model, a model that's based on usage, like an email software. You can, if you have 100 subscribers, you can use it for free, and you start to pay if you get above that.
Mm-hmm.
Our business model doesn't really align with that usage-based freemium model, so it just doesn't really work for us. And at the end of the day, what I've learned and read, learned from talking to people, is a freemium model. It's not the best suited for a small company because free customers tend to demand as much or more support as paying customers, and that can really kind of suck the life out of your business if you don't have the team and the funding to handle it.
I'd say so. Finding and hiring people. I mean, you got some people on now. You got an intern and actually an actual dev, right?
Yep.
At this point now, so I mean, finding the right fit for the company. You know, how has that been?
That was, a bit of a challenge. I talked with a couple people up front who I was interested in hiring. They were happy in their roles, and basically just through networking and referrals and asking around, I was able to connect with Jared.
Okay.
And that was probably the biggest challenge to date, because we needed to have a full-time resource, and we didn't find the skill set readily available in the market. So that's a big challenge.
You know, we've kind of done the old traction process and stuff, and it seems like it's about putting the right people in the right seats.
Yep.
Not just about putting people in any seats. It's got to be the right seat, the right fit for the company to actually have it move forward.
Yep, definitely. I would definitely agree.
Okay. Growth. What do you think your growth will be at in the next year?
We'll probably double our business for the next couple of years. We don't
Nice.
have any grand ambitions to become the next $1 billion business, but at the end of the day, growth validates that you're building a product that the market wants and needs, and so we're going to just continue along our organic growth. Maybe bring in some sales resources if the numbers make sense, and at the end of the day, be really focused on increasing that user engagement, and if we can do that, good things will happen.
I'd say so. Struggles. What have been some of the struggles as far as putting this all together and being where you're at today?
So the struggles that I've had to date are, matching my time between the consulting work. Frankly, the consulting work takes up the majority of my time because, those clients have trusted me to help them, and so it's just balancing the time between the two. I've essentially had a couple full-time jobs here for the last year and a half, and it's been enjoyable, and I like what I do, so it's been fun. But really, the number one hurdle that we're going to face is a lot of these farms are super busy, so we need to increase the breadth of our product by offering mobile offerings, just making it as easy to use as possible, and we're frankly not going to be able to satisfy that for every one of our users, but just continuing and building easy use tools for them is going to be the biggest challenge we have going forward.
Okay. Biggest threat. Some people say it's themselves, some people say it's competition, but what is your biggest threat right now?
Our biggest threat is really just kind of stagnating and I would like to say probably just kind of looking down a narrow vision of the product and not doing a good enough job understanding our customers' needs. We have a vision for what we want to build, and if that was to fall completely out of alignment with our market, then we will stagnate. And so we just need to really stay on top of what adds value to our customers, and that's what we're focused on doing.
Okay. And here's the big question: what impact would you like to make with your company? Everybody nowadays, they're talking about they're out there grinding, they're out there hustling, but we're trying to figure out what is the impact a person wants to make with their company. So if you had to answer this question, what is that impact you're trying to make with Harvest Profit?
So we really want to help our users become more knowledgeable, make more objective decisions, less emotional decisions, and just increase their learning. And along the way, we want to build up a team of like-minded people in the business who have this constant thirst of knowledge. And so we really think that there's been so much focus in farming on raising the most yield you can, really the science of farming. And the business side of farming has fallen to the back burner for a lot of operations, and we want to bring that up and magnify the importance of that and help farms weather the volatility that's always been present in the cyclical ag economy. And so that's really what drives us, is to give people the tools to make less emotional business decisions on their farm.
And I'd say in the farming industry that could be really, really, really big. So that could be a nice impact if you guys can get there and make that happen. So I want to thank you for your time today. I mean, this has been awesome listening to it. I love hearing the stories, the journeys, things like that. Because when it's all said and done, I go back to the office and I watch the video. And being an entrepreneur myself, it's like, an idea pops into my head. It kind of motivates me to get out there and want to do more. So thank you for your time today. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
We hope we'll keep track of your journey, and we hope to talk again.
Sounds good.
Hey, thank you very much. You have a good day.